Another marathon of a day. Day 2 of the NFL draft is over. Second and third round are done. Max Chadwick alongside PJ Clark and Tate Sigworth. Look, guys, there's some picks that we liked, some picks that we disliked, and some guys that are still available right now. PJ, give me your 5 favorite picks of day 2 of the NFL draft.
All right, starting at the bottom, number 5, Antoine Winfield Jr. This guy finished in the top 20 of my final 32. I thought he should have been a lock to go yesterday or 2 days ago now when you're watching this on Thursday to the first round. Going to Tampa Bay at 45. Tampa Bay having a real good draft. I think Todd Bowles is going to use him well down there. Number 4, another guy I loved, A.J. Epinesa. Number 54 to Buffalo. Best power rusher in this draft gets to go play with Ed Oliver. I think that's going to be a really good combo. Number 3, I am brain dead. I'm sorry. Number 3, this pick and the moves surrounding it. Shout out Costco Joe Douglas. I literally can't talk anymore.
Third time's the charm.
Denzel Mims to my New York Jets at number 59. And only because he traded back 11 picks, picking up an extra third rounder, and still got the guy he should have taken at 48. I thought that was really savvy of him and very lucky. That was a big ball move that worked out. Let's go! Let's go! Chestnut Checkers.
Great pick. Great pick. What an awesome pick.
That makes up for yesterday. That's great. Yeah. That's a fantastic pick.
You want a guy in jump ball situations? That's Denzel Mims. 4.38 in the combine, too. He's an explosive receiver, man. His PFF comp I'm looking right now, Braylon Edwards.
Who is the best Jet wide receiver possibly of my life.
Brian goes, build the statue for Joe Douglas.
Anthony DeBundo, PJ Clark, bad GM, didn't want to trade down. Yeah, I would have taken this guy 10 picks ago. I'm happy we got him, but I still would have done.
Oh, Patriots moved up.
From. This is a quarterback.
This seems like right?
Quarterback.
But look, back to Denzel Mims. I like him. Again, he's raw, but this is a steal at 59. He's explosive, man. And Sam just throw the ball up to him, and he's going to come down with it.
We're showing Tate, I know you're watching at least the draft. Give me my Denzel Mims tweet, baby. Let's go. I'm fired up.
Mike Fernari says, give me Corey Coleman vibes. Are we sure?
Just because he went to Baylor doesn't mean he's Corey Coleman.
Man, I was in on Corey Coleman throwback.
Will Scott tweeting Denzel Mims greater than signed Jalen Reagor. That's completely true. Absolutely.
False.
100%
False.
Completely true. Joe Douglas. That's a swindle. Douglas,
Tristan Wirfs and Mims would have been one heck of a 2 rounds for them, though. Oh.
I told Joe to stop hugging his kids yesterday because the pick was awful. He can hug his kids today. Number 2, Xavier McKinney, my best available player going into today. Number 34 to the Giants. I thought that was really great. And number 1, we said his name enough. He was the boogeyman of the last 24 hours for us. Josh Jones, Arizona, number 72. First-round talent in the third round. Go protect Kyler.
Is it my turn? Is it
Yes,
me?
Tate. Sorry, Tate. It is your turn. I'm sorry. I fell asleep there.
Okay, so we're doing best picks, right? Our favorite picks?
Yes, favorite picks.
We are falling apart at the seams, folks.
Number 5, I did it last night. I'm going to do it again. I got a running back at number 5. Darrington Evans to Tennessee at 93.
This guy's a moron.
I thought the Titans really needed some guy to take the load off Derrick Henry. I think Darrington Evans is that guy. Back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons. He had 18 rushing touchdowns in 2019. Big fan. Happy with that pick. Number 4, my guys, the Cleveland Browns picking up Jordan Elliott at 88. I think that's great value, and is going to provide a huge boost to our defensive line. Number 3, with the first overall pick in a set of rounds, I guess, round 2, T. Higgins going to Cincinnati at 33, giving Joe Burrow some weapons. I think T. Higgins is a round 1 grade for me. How he slipped out of the first round baffles me. 10-plus touchdowns in back-to-back seasons, 1,000 yards in 2019. Big fan. Number 2, the second best pick, I think, of the day is Jalen Johnson to the Bears at 50. I really like him. A lot of people had first-round grades on him. How he fell out of the first round and then continued to fall down to 50. I think it's a good pickup for the Bears. And then my favorite pick today is my guy, Adam Troutman, to New Orleans Saints at 105. My tight end 1 falling to 105 is absurd. There were so many bad tight ends taken today before Adam. I'm going to get into that in a second here, but he's my favorite pick of the day.
So I kind of botched as a host. This is the Mr. Relevant, a draft podcast. Did not mention that. Make sure you guys follow our Twitter at Irrelevant Draft too. It's been a
I don't blame anybody for it.
It's been a long 24 hours, man. I have some picks. I love some picks though. Number 5, Tate. You said a running back. I have a running back too. Zach Moss, 86 overall to the Bills.
You two stink.
Have
we not learned anything?
I love Zach Moss. Look, this is a good value for him. Honestly, this is where I would have taken him. And there's some guys that went over him that I thought should not have gone over him. So Zach Moss, my RB1, going 86 overall. Love that. Number 4, Tate, you hate this one, but I love it. Grant Delpit, 44th overall to the Browns. This is the second straight year that the Browns are stealing an LSU DB. After they stole Greedy Williams last year, second round, I thought he should have been top 10 pick. Grant Delpit should have been top 20, and they got him in the second round too. I love that pick for the Browns. Staying with the Browns, number 3, Jordan Elliott, 88th overall to the Browns. I had this guy in my top 32. I love him at the next level. 2 and 1. If you've been following me at all yesterday and today, you know who they are. Christian Fulton, number 2, 61st overall to the Titans. He was my CB2 top 15 player. Loved him. The only pick better was Josh Jones, 72nd overall to the Arizona Cardinals. They needed an offensive tackle. They went with Isaiah Simmons, and they got a top 15 player, my 4th best offensive tackle in Josh Jones at 72nd overall. That's probably, for me, the biggest steal of this draft right now. Dude, Josh Jones at 72. This might be my favorite pick of the draft. They take him here. Oh, my gosh. It'll be an awesome pick.
What if we said please?
They should have taken a tackle at 8, probably. Now you're getting Josh Jones, who I had a top 15 player on, at 72.
All right. I uploaded, if you saw that little blip there. I have
Here we go.
Wanted to test the Zach Bond highlights. Josh Jones! Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's
That's a great pick. That's a great pick.
Arizona wins the draft. All right. Speaking of Josh Jones, I'm going to put his highlights up on the screen so we can test out how – Will Shea wanted to test how B-roll looks on Periscope. Let's try it. Josh Jones, baby. Let's go. I am fired up.
That's the best pick of the draft.
Awesome.
That's the best pick of the draft.
Let's go.
Oh, my God. That was – I mean, he's the best pass. He's one of the best pass. He's probably the best pass protector in the draft. And for Kyler Murray, I mean, that's awesome.
He is fast enough to keep up. He is. Wow. I mean, that's great. That's
an awesome pick. Kyler Murray must be ecstatic right now. Isaiah Simmons and Josh Jones is a pretty good 1-2 punch, man. Wow, great.
Arizona wins the draft. That's it.
Yeah, they won the draft.
Congratulations to Arizona. Wow.
But listen, not all the picks were great. And Tate, what are your 5 least favorite picks of day 2?
Okay, so I'm going to start off by grouping my number 3, 4, and 5 together.
Okay.
They're all kind of tied for 3rd and also tied for 4th and tied for 5th. Worst picks of the day. Number 5 is Josiah Dugara to the Green Bay Packers at 94. Then it's Devin Asiasi to the Patriots at 91. And then number 3 is Dalton Keene to the Patriots at 101. Okay?
Not
the
great.
Patriots traded up for Asiasi and Dalton Keene when Adam Troutman, 916 yards, 14 receiving touchdowns, my tight end 1 was still on the board. They picked these bums over Troutman. It's disgusting. The Patriots traded up, which is why I put them ahead of the Packers. The Packers, by the way, horrible draft day for them. Horrible draft period for them. Although I'm going to be honest, Jordan Love trade coming around for me. Okay, it's coming around. Not.
Oh no!
It's no longer the worst trade in the history of trades.
Yes, it is.
I'm not saying
the
it's
worst
great.
trade deal in the history of trade deals. That's what the president would say.
They gave up a 4th rounder for him. That's nothing.
But he's not worth a fourth rounder.
We'll see. The
He's
jury's
not worth
out.
a seventh rounder.
I'm not completely out on it.
He is losing his mind. He wasn't even here for half of the day, and he's the craziest of all of us.
I'm not. I think if they can hold Rodgers for 2 years.
He's insane.
I think if they hold Rodgers for 2 years, Love doesn't play, learn some things. I don't know.
What is going on?
I don't know. We'll see. Number 2, the second worst pick of the day is actually the Browns trading out of 74 overall, letting the Saints come in and take Zach Bond. And then later, the Browns settled for Jacob Phillips, who is like a fine player, but I'm way higher on Zach Bond than I am Jacob Phillips. And all we got out of it was a third-round pick basically next year. So I don't know. I didn't like that move personally. It is what it is. And then my least favorite pick today was the Bengals taking Logan Wilson with the first overall pick in the third round. I love Logan Wilson. I have had my heart set on having Logan Wilson
interpretation of
on my football team. And I cannot tell you how mad I was when the Bengals took him. I had an audible reaction.
It is least favorite, I guess. It is
That's
least
my
favorite.
favorite.
It is his least favorite. My least favorite, I did worst picks from the objective Big J Journo standpoint. Number 5, imagine trading up for a running back, Indianapolis, Jonathan Taylor at 41. Just terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Cannot imagine. Number 4, Dalton Keene, as Tate said, at 101. Loved it for the Jets. We got a damn haul for that pick.
Raj, on the edge of his seat.
Oh, my God.
Why?
Good trade. Good trade. This guy's going to be Gronk, but good trade. We didn't hand him a quarterback. We did nothing.
God, what are they?
Adam Troutman is there, folks.
What are they doing?
Tight end 1 is still on the board.
Oh my God!
They just gave
good
up.
Trade. Costco.
That's a great trade.
Costco Joe. Let's sing it, everybody.
3 years as a starter, only 71 career targets.
That's awful.
That's like what a tight end usually gets in a season.
Adam Troutman exists, guys. Thad Moss exists. Hunter Bryant exists. Harrison Bryant exists. Bryson Hopkins exists.
I mean, his athleticism, he's got great athleticism. Is after the catch is great, but I mean, this is high. This is really high. He's a late day 3 guy once again. I mean, wow,
That's
this is awful.
horrible.
Number 3, also as he said, Josiah DeGuara for Green Bay at 94. Absolutely terrible. Green Bay. We'll get more on them in a second. The worst draft in the history of drafts. Number 2, J.K. Dobbins at 55 to Baltimore. What are you going to do? Run the ball 8,000 times? And number 1, A.J. Dillon, number 62 to Green Bay. It's like they want Aaron Rodgers to just up and quit. It's absolutely preposterous.
Yeah, listen, there are a couple of Packers on my list too. So number 5, Dalton Keene, 101 to the Patriots. They traded up to get this guy, and I don't even think I would take him to the 6th or 7th round. This is your Gronk replacement. Him and Devin Asiasi, I don't love it at all. Number 4, Josiah DeGuara, 94th overall to the Packers. Another guy, late day 3 guy. Man, they want Aaron Rodgers to leave. I mean, this is a horrendous draft for the Green Bay Packers. Number 3, Tate's guy you guys, I think you both like him. However, he went above one of my guys, Keyshawn Vaughn, 76 overall to the Bucks. That's a reach. However, I think it's a reach, and also over Zach Moss, who went 10 picks later. I don't get that at all. 2, Brandon Jones, 70th overall to the Dolphins. He was this Texas safety that just came out of nowhere. I would take him late day 3 at best. I hated it at 70. And number 1, PJ, you had it. A.J. Dillon, 62nd overall to the Packers. He's a goal line back. He's a short yardage back. You took him 62nd overall. It's not worth it at all.
62. The Green Bay Packers have to recover from the worst draft pick I've ever seen.
Do you think they drafted Jordan Love just to motivate Aaron Rodgers? Do you really that's what I've heard rumors of.
No.
I don't think so either.
Because they traded up to do it. You wouldn't be that dumb, I would hope.
I hope. So again, wide receiver. I mean, Tyler Johnson seems like a perfect Green Bay receiver. PFF comped him to Devontae Adams, which is their only receiver they have right now, basically.
Yeah. The literally only one. Marquez Valdes-Scantling ain't going for it. Ain't doing it for you.
Devin Funchess.
Matt LaFleur. I don't trust anything that Matt LaFleur has to say anymore.
Jacob Eason at Green Bay.
Probably. Got to motivate him.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
A.J. Dillon. I mean, PJ, you love him. I am not a big fan of him. What do you think?
I'm gonna go puke somewhere.
What a bad pick. I don't think I would have drafted him, honestly. Dead honest, I don't think I would have drafted him.
A.J. Dillon should have gotten like the 6th round at the earliest. I was just happy if he was getting drafted.
He doesn't impact the pass game. Yeah, he's a freak at 250 and runs a 4.4.
Oh my God.
But man, dude, like this is a guy I would draft in the first round back in 1980. Not
he would have been the first overall pick.
Not in 2020.
Oh my God.
He doesn't impact the pass game.
Are they trying to force Aaron Rodgers out?
Jordan Love and A.J. Dillon. I mean, the Packers have had the worst draft, I think.
That's not even close.
I mean, he's just like his agility is bad. I mean, he can't make sharp cuts. He's a guy like a goal line back, sure. Oh, look, Syracuse highlights. Here we go. Goal line or short yardage, sure.
Oh my!
After
God.
that, though, it's like a comp. Brandon Jacobs was a comp.
Yeah.
Would you draft Brandon Jacobs in 2020? I wouldn't. Zach Moss still on the board. I mean, my guy is going to be a steal.
I don't get the A.J. Dillon thing. I don't get that. I don't.
Oh man, I hate that. I mean, imagine drafting. I wouldn't draft A.J. Dillon until 7th round.
That's so
second.
That's so dumb.
What a bat! I mean, he's a freak. Don't get me wrong, he's a freak. He ran a 4.53 and he's 250.
You have 2 professional running backs already.
They have great running backs. Aaron Jones is awesome. He ran in the 3-cone, 36th percentile. That shows how his agility is awful. 7.19 he ran.
Oh my God.
His broad jump, 10'11", 7th percentile. The guy is just
get Matt LaFleur off the TV. Oh my God. Free Aaron Jones does take a huge hit. That's awful. Somebody go trade for Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Save him.
Listen, we hated those picks. There are still some guys available in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds of this draft. PJ, who are your 5 best available players for day 3?
Number 5 for me is Troy Dye, a guy I think might be on your list, Max. I know you like him. Outside linebacker from Oregon. Number 4 for me is Jacob Eason, by far the best quarterback on the board. Jake Fraud, eat your heart out. Number 3, Tyler Biadasz, center from Wisconsin, a guy I was absolutely stunned that didn't go today and would love for the Jets to pick up tomorrow. And number 2 and number 1, I have a feeling might be kind of similar for all of us. Curtis Weaver, edge from Boise State. I know he's in Max's top 32. He's going to be Max's number 1 on his list. Mm-hmm. And Bryce Hall, cornerback from UVA, at number 1 for me. Unbelievable how he's still on the board. It must be a medical thing with that ankle surgery.
My best 5 available. Still some I think some quality guys here available on the board. My number 5 is KJ Hill from the Ohio State University. I think he's going to be a quality slot NFL guy. I'm a big fan of him. I think he was hurt by his 40-yard dash at his combine time. My number 4 available is Antonio Gandy Golden.
Wow.
3-time 1,000-yard receiver. 3
this
times
is Tate's worst
10 touchdowns. 6'4", run a 4.6 40. I like him. Number 3 best available is Harrison Bryant. He's a 1,000-yard receiving tight end. I love receiving tight ends, especially because I abuse them in Madden. So get him on an NFL team so I can start using him, please. Number 2 is Amik Robertson. 48 passes defended in 3 years, 14 interceptions in 3 years.
5'8".
I still like him too. I like him too, Tate.
It's day 3, PJ. It's
I
day
agree.
3.
I like him a lot.
First round picks.
I like him a lot.
I like him. I think he can do something for an NFL team, and he's my number 2. And my best available is Curtis Weaver. He had 18.5 tackles for loss, 13.5 sacks last year. He should be drafted.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you guys are kind of going at it lately. I feel like I'm like a parent trying to keep you guys apart right now.
I mean,
are you guys cool?
It's
are you
day
cool?
3, PJ.
Are you guys cool?
Just
Are you guys good?
5'8" outside cornerback. Are we really sure?
Oh,
Are we
man,
positive?
TJ passes defended in 3 years.
Attacking Tate
Are we
today.
positive?
You're just attacking Tate. All right,
He's not
listen.
Jeffrey Okudah.
Any liker of running
All right,
backs
here we
is not
go.
a friend
Listen.
of mine.
Listen, you guys are going at each other. You're both going to go after me right now because my number 5 best available player, Jake Fromm, quarterback out of Georgia.
This guy sucks.
Get me him on a roster right now. He's a game manager, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager.
Everything's wrong with that.
Jake Fromm, get me him on a roster right now. Number 4, Bryce Hall, corner from Virginia. How the heck is this guy on the board? If he left last year, which he should have, he would have been a first-round pick. Now he's a day 3 pick. It just shows sometimes you got to leave when the iron is hot. He should have left last year. 3, Tyler Johnson, wide receiver out of Minnesota. I love this kid. Was a second-round pick for me. I really, really like him. I think he's a great route runner. Produced a lot in Minnesota. Number 2, Netani Moody, guard from Fresno State. This guy's a mauler, man. And, yeah, he's got a lot of injury concerns. But if he's healthy, he's going to be one of the best guards in the league. If you can get that on day 3, that's awesome. Number 1, of course, he's the only top 32 player left on any of our boards. He's on my board at 27th overall.
Talk about that.
Curtis
Weaver. Day 3, and Max still has a guy available on his big board.
Curtis
That's
Weaver,
horrible.
baby. It's not horrible. Wait 5 years, and then we'll see where I'm at. Curtis Weaver, 27th overall, 34 sacks, 47.5 tackles for loss in the last 3 years at Boise State. I mean, this guy, yeah, the athleticism is bad. Yeah, he hasn't gone against great competition at Boise State, but this guy is produced at an elite level in the Mountain West Conference. So he's my number 1 player available. Still, the only top 32 player left on any of our boards is Curtis Weaver's 27th overall on mine. Listen, guys, day 3 should be a lot of fun tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of Twitter action going on at Irrelevant Draft. We're not going to be doing a live show.
Let's get some Syracuse guys drafted.
Let's get Syracuse. Alton Robinson, guys like that. Tristan Jackson, Kendall Coleman, Sterling Hoffrichter.
That's the one.
We're begging you.
Hunter
one. Please. Look,
we're begging you.
We're going to go live at 2:55 overall. The Giants currently have that pick. If it's Sterling Hoffrichter, which it could be like a hometown kind of kid.
We are throwing a parade.
We're throwing a parade. So make sure you guys stick to our live Twitter. We're going to be on right around that pick. So make sure you guys, it's called the Mystery Irrelevant Podcast. The last pick, of course, is known as Mystery Irrelevant. You do want to miss that. So for Tate Sigworth, for PJ Clark, I'm Max Chadwick. Stay irrelevant.